building really good relationships and networking. I think that's a testament as well to still having a relationship with Chantel and to other members of the course team. And I think the one thing that I realised really early on is it really is about who you know and the impressions that you can make on people. And for anybody that I could find who was really interested in what I was interested in, I was finding their emails. I was having those extra conversations and building those additional relationships, and I think that that really stands, and it stands today because, you know, we still all have a relationship with Chantel. And I think the second thing for me was the placement year for me, and that really changed the game for me because I didn't actually really know what the difference between clinical psychology and other types of psychology were before then. I think making that decision to extend my degree was just such a brilliant opportunity. I got to work alongside a team who I still have connections with. Those were the people that went on to give me references for my doctorate. And so I think for me it was balancing the academic side of things, but also going out there and practically applying what I was learning. And then when I came back in the final year, I was really motivated and ready to go because I was like, I've seen where I want to be, so I know what I have to do to get there.
For me, it made me realise that actually you can do anything you want to do. You're not stuck. What you do at the time, you're not stuck in that position. You can change your career anytime you want, as long as you have that passion, you know which steps you need to take.
It's all about the examples that the lecturers set for you, because when you start and you're a student, you're like, these people are doctors of psychology or whatever they're doing, they're like professionals, and you feel like, oh, like, when is that going to be me? That's so far away from where I am now. When you meet people like Chantel and you get to know them and you realise they're just people that had their own background and they're magnificent people, but it's not out of reach for you. I think that was really important for me to have those examples. So I think that was really important, and making connections with them. As I was saying before, I think it's really important. And I think the placement year, if it's an option for you, I would really strongly advise you to do it.
Time management. That's a big one.
Everyone make note.
Accountability, because when you're working in a professional environment, people are relying on you. You have to face the consequences, and that's the same with assignments and projects.
General self-discipline, I think, especially if you have a goal. When I was doing my dissertation, I wasn't the best at scheduling time to actually write it. I thought about it a lot and worried about it, but actually doing it is less effort than thinking about it most of the time. And once you start an essay, you go, oh, that wasn't that bad. Once you get into it, it's fine. So I think disciplining yourself in terms of your own priorities and what you want to achieve is probably one of the biggest transferable skills for myself, particularly now that I've been writing quite a lot. You don't produce the best work when you're not in a good mental space. So I guess self-discipline, major time management, particularly for neurodivergent brains as well. You have to have a structure.
Chantal will remember the presentation that we had to do for occupational psychology at level 6. And at the time we were in groups and we had to create a brand and a logo and do a presentation about our brand and our business. And one really key skill for me that came from that is presentation, and not just how you present your skill, your craft, but also how you present yourself. Just looking at us all today, being here today, if it wasn't for the sometimes uncomfortable presentations that we had to do at uni, I know how it can be. You're doing a group task, someone's not pulling their weight, they're not replying on the group chat, they've not sent through their slides. You'll have it all, but if you go through that process and you navigate the norming, the storming of groups, you come out with a really beautiful end result, and you realise that actually it's about the relationships you build with people. It's about how you work through the conflicts, the difficulties, and that is the real world. As part of my lecturing role, I need to stand up and present to 50, 60 trainees at a time. In my clinical job, I have to present cases. I have to think with my team about how to work effectively with people to help them support their mental health. That really does carry, and I think is transferable whether you work in a clinical role or otherwise.
I probably would have enjoyed myself more, because I think I was very hard on myself in terms of grades or wanting to achieve to such a standard that I set myself, that I didn't enjoy my university experience as much as I should have. Just take a breath sometimes and just, remember why you started doing this, not just building up this amount of pressure that you don't perform as well as you should have, and then it's this whole mess of emotions. So I think I would personally enjoy my time more if I were to go back.
I think I'm exactly the same. I'm doing my masters now, it's a 2-year masters, and I still find myself falling into that trap of like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, there's so much to do, and I have a tendency to be like, look, I like working at home, I don't like working in a 9 to 5. So I would rush home, I've got to study, I've got to go home. I was like, I need to spend more time with the people that I'm on my degree course with, because especially in what I'm doing, it's very reflective and you need to talk together as a group and bond. And I think it's important to have those social times as well. You won't be able to apply yourself to your work if you're constantly working all the time and you have no reward. It's not what it's about. And I think I did have more balance when I was here, actually. I think that towards the end I found that, but I have a tendency to be like, oh, I need to work all the time. And I think just enjoy it here. Make use of your lecturers as well, because they are very supportive here. It does go really quickly, so just enjoy it.